Hello, everyone, and let's have a look here at some of the crypto movers here on this Monday. And if we look at the top 100 here, we can see there's a few movers here like Pivx, Silica, Arc. Even Arc is making a comeback here. You have higher up in the list, you have Tezos, and then it calms down a bit. 0x as well, Litecoin, Waves. Some interesting names. It's a lot more green here lately than what we have seen before. And if we look on the just on the charts here, we can't avoid looking at the charts completely. On the 4 hour, I mean, we had this negative divergence we spoke about the other day, and with the RSI is lower here, you make a new high, but you're losing kind of momentum here, then that's kind of a warning sign. Of course, it's only in the short term. It's on the 4 hour chart, but still, now we have to see here. We're back inside these Bollinger Bands, which are based on standard deviation, and the ones I have on here are the 200 day or 200 4 hour bands. So basically now it's a wait and see, and the trend seems to be on the rise here, so that's a good sign. But we cannot rule out that we won't see like 4.5, 4.6, 4.5, 4.4 before we turn back up again. So we'll just have to see a little bit here how it behaves over the next few days. We look on the daily. We have the good sign here on the daily. That's been the one that's been in a downtrend since quite some time, and it hasn't really managed to move around. Maybe until now or soon. At least we're trading higher above these median bands here. So that's a positive sign. What we need now is kind of maybe consolidation or higher, a little bit of action here to kind of move these bands around and get an uptrend. I mean, this has been they've been in a downtrend for quite some time here on the daily. So if this would turn higher, that would initially be a good sign. And if we look on the weekly, I think we know already. You can see here these bands have been, they had a tendency to move higher already since we started this whole uptrend in 2017, and we're just finding support now and moving slightly higher. So this is all a good sign, but you cannot say that it won't chop around a bit here or whatever, find some new levels and then maybe move higher. But it looks, it looks kind of interesting again in front of the summer months here. That could be the start of potentially a bigger move higher, since we're in this halving period next year. And what happens is it usually starts about a year before the next kind of bull run. Google Trends, if we look at the Bitcoin searches here in the United States over the past 30 days, we can see there's been an increase, but over the last few days, it has kind of decreased again. Just to get kind of a view of what's going on here, what people are searching for, and so on. Here as well, of the past 90 days, you can see that there has been a spike, and then we came back down again. So we'll see what happens here going forward. Blockchain programming, in case you're a programmer, how many programming languages do you need for blockchain? Do you want to start a career as a blockchain developer, or maybe you simply want to create your own geocoin just for fun? In any case, you need to know a programming language, and basically what they're talking about here is the popular ones. So if you know any of these, congratulations, you probably have a slight advantage over other people who don't know any of these. And of course, C++, C, and JavaScript and Python is maybe the top four here, but there's also other ones. And they're just saying here that basic coding becomes a must even for the average person that is not keen on tech, as humanity moves towards the digitization of everything. Maybe it's time to dust off those old programming books or something. and they just go into here the different languages, C++, C, and JavaScript. They have different advantages, different disadvantages, like everything. Pivx is out with 3.2 core wallet here since a few days, and they're going to have this atomic swap support now, BIP65, and zero coin light node protocol. So that's basically mobile Zentive support. That's new. Yeah, countless bug fixes, regression, invalid. This is new as well. Invalid voting tab, checking proposals and vote via the GUI. So check that out in case you haven't. They're currently kind of running this. They want 95% of the users to kind of upgrade to this new wallet, and then they will kind of release the Zentive again, which is kind of under suspense at the moment. Suspended until there's enough users who have upgraded their wallets, and then they will kind of make everything tradable again. At least we hope so. And here was an article as well about Bitcoin's best hedge against central banking, according to some fund manager here, and they says opening doors. Given these drawbacks, many proponents of Bitcoin see the cryptocurrency as the single best hedge against central banking. This has, of course, been in the anarchy field, or what you want to call it, the freedom field. This is, of course, something that people have been looking into since Bitcoin was started in, 2008, 2009. So they're saying they keep on going here. Bitcoin thus provides us with an alternative to the unstable monetary policy, which is currently the foundation of the world economy. The reality is that today the actions of one central bank are inadvertently linked to every other one due to a globalized world. So, for example, a policy change in the Federal Reserve will follow relative changes in the European Central Bank and the Bank of Japan. And due to growing politicization of monetary policy and its impact on markets, one can easily see how this could create problems down the road. Well, it's all getting, it's way too centralized, everything controlled by these central banks and banksters and so on. And to an extent that we have never ever seen before. And so, of course, Bitcoin potentially and other coins maybe provides some kind of a opposite opposite weight towards central banks. They're saying here that Bitcoin is that it provides an avenue away from these existential policy errors. Central banking poses not a policy problem, but an existential one, since it is intimately tied to all the workings of the state. It makes central banking especially susceptible to the ebb and flow of political power. Bitcoin, on the other hand, has no politicized body which can change its fundamentals on a whim. Bitcoin is the perfect hedge against central banking simply because code is law and there is no changing it. So there you have it. It's two different things, and some people don't like it. Others think this gives some kind of a freedom, and let's see what the next verdict is. We have here, of course, as well, in Gibraltar Stock Exchange now allows listing of tokenized securities. I mean, these guys were not one of the first ones, but they were pretty early on, and of course you're going to have all these rock islands like Malta, Gibraltar, and others. They are the first ones seeing these potentials. They have the clientele and so on for these kind of things as well. But also outside, I mean, EU is waking up, Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway, Switzerland, and so it's kind of growing as well in different countries. It's not just this is not just what you would say, illegal activities and so on. This is a way of trading and investing, and then it's kind of a fun new product that can be used as well in the future, and especially based on the underlying technology. There might be various uses that we haven't seen yet, that where it can actually improve the process for many companies. And that's about it, I think, for today. Let's see where the price takes us over the next few days. It could be, as always, it could be down, it could be up. If we would get down here to about 4.6, 4.5, for some reason, it probably would pose a very good buy opportunity again. We should just see here if I can put on the what are the Fibonacci lines here. Yeah, we don't need a pitchfork. Fib retracement from this latest move higher here, and let's just have a look. Where is the 61.8 retracement or the 50? Yeah, so it is down here. So if we get a deeper correction here, look for the 61.8 to hold, like around 4,500, maybe 4,600. That would be a great opportunity again, short term, to jump in and see if we can get the next wave higher after that. Enjoy, guys.